Hey guys, what's going on? HomieDrew here. Today we're going to be checking out Townframe. This game is developed and published by Norimo. Came out on the marketplace on October 8th, 2024. It is currently on the marketplace for $6.99. Great price of $6.99. Today we're going to be checking this out on Steam on a PC. And we're going to see if there's controller support. I don't know if there's controller support. It doesn't say based off the store page. Only has limited description of like single player, family sharing, and that Steam's still learning about the game. So we're going to try to see if it has controller support. I don't know. If not, we're going to be using keyboard and mouse. This is one I've been looking forward to checking out. It is a cozy style puzzle game. So let me go ahead and flip on the sound and then we'll get going and yeah, we'll check it out, see what it's all about here. All right, got the audio going. Let me just do a little sound check on my phone here. All right, I think it's a little bit low, but I don't want it to drown out my microphone. All right, so here we are at the main screen for Townframe. Let me just get this more active. There we go. All right, so let's see what we got here. So we got info, settings, play, and close. All right, so info. So it's so this tells you it's a game by Patrick Eckhart with music by Peter Kirkstein. If you have any feedback, so there's a feedback option, Steam, and social media. Okay, so pretty straightforward. So settings. All right, very basic settings, which is good. We got language, English. We can put this in full screen. I'm not going to put it in full screen for the sake of this video here. I'm going to play it in windowed mode. Selection wheel faster. I don't know if we should put that on. For the sake of this, I'm actually just going to turn this all up. And then we'll adjust it from the capture. Oh, I just lost the game sound, didn't I? Nope, there it is. All right, hold on a second here. I'm just trying to tweak the sound. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go and dive on in here and check out the play. Does this have controller support? It doesn't look like it has controller support. Okay, so that's fine. We're just going to move the keyboard closer. Some stuff around. All right, a long time ago, let's see here. When the world was going through a series of dramatic changes, 7 people with special skills came together to think about how to bring more joy to the world. Oops. As they noticed how the residents of the town stood in front of their houses, lost in nostalgia, they had an idea. So the 7 created a kind of magical canvas, which they called Townframe. With this, they could display a town and restore it to the way the residents remembered it. The 7 then traveled the world and created numerous town frames for many people. But one day they decided to leave the world we know and left the town frame craftsmanship to a new generation of town framers. Oh, hello. So this is Tomato. Oh, hello, you must be the new town framer. Great. My name is Tutorial Tomato, and I'm your guide in this world. So let me explain your responsibilities are. Okay. As a town framer, you travel through the world and recreate towns from people's memories who once lived there or had a special connection to these places. Each person has their own requirements, so read carefully. To rebuild these towns, you can simply click on the buildings, and you can click on the buildings and trees within the town frame to change their type. Give it a try and click on this building here. There we go. Huh, okay, that's kind of cool. All right, let's see here. Next, simply clicking is not the only way to change the type of an object. If you hold down the left mouse button on a house or tree for a long time, a selection wheel appears with all the building options. Okay, so that's what the selection wheel is. Okay. Try this here too on this tree and change the type of the object using the selection wheel. Oh, okay. I kind of like that instead of clicking pulls them all out, right? Or the selection wheel kind of just makes it easier. Okay, yeah, that definitely makes that easier. Got a double story. Change where the windows are and the door. Triple decker. Okay. Yeah, I like this. So that's what the selection was. That's definitely quicker. But I like how it gives the option. For some town frames, you may have to do a bit more than just. For some town frames, you may have to do a bit more than just click on the buildings to complete the task of the people. But that's something you can figure out for yourself. Okay. Well, did you understand everything I said, or do you want me to repeat it? Got it. Great, then I will send you to the first town now and leave you to your tasks. I wish you a good time. Oh, there's hints too. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right, we got Jammy. Oh, hello. You're one of the town framers, right? Maybe you could help me. When I was a child, I felt like a king. Our house was the biggest of them all and was right next to an old tree that stood at the top of the back hill. Okay, so we got the back hill. So back here, let's see here. We got to do a big house next to a big house next to a tree. I would love to see that scene again. Can you recreate this for me? Heck yeah, Jammy. All right, let's see. Oh, and it shows you. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be 6 aspects to the scene here. I don't know what this F means. Townframe coins. All right. And then there's the hints. Okay. So pretty straightforward. So let's go here and generate town. All right, so here's our town. Let's make this the so he owes the house is the biggest of them all, was right next to an old tree. So let's make this the tree. Biggest of them all. So maybe we got to make these ones smaller. Let's do small. Do that. So we're going to do that. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Got it. Oh, yes, that's exactly what my town looked like. Oh, that brings back a lot of memories. Thank you so much. Here's a coin for you. Maybe you can use it in the shop. I heard that's where your town framers get your work tools. Thank you, Jammy. Appreciate you. Alright, now what? Oh, go to the shop here. Alright, what do we got here? A world map. A tool to discover hidden things. A tool to make wind. A tool to hear town sounds. A tool to make photos. A special town frame. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to do a world map. Got a map. Alright, world map. So I like this so far. This is fun. Okay. Definitely cozy. Alright, so we just did that one. So let's see here. We got 3. We got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Oh, we can scroll this over. Oh, man. Hello. I wonder if there's more over here, too. Okay. Can you guys see the cursor? Oh, you can't see the cursor. How do I show? All right, I want to show the cursor because the cursor's, it's like a pointer. And it's looks pretty cool. Capture cursor. All right, I think I fixed that. You should see that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you see the you guys can see the cursor now. I usually have it off because it's just like my computer cursor, but for the sake of this, it looks good. Okay. All right, here we go. Townframe. Okay. Can you see this castle town? That's the place where the cool kids live. And no, I wasn't one of them. So this is Lean. I have a hard time talking here with my congestion. And no, I wasn't one of them. Back then, we lived very far away from the castle town. I didn't like it because my school was in the town. So each time I had to walk through this scary forest. So wait, is the castle, hold on. Is the fact that we live far away from the castle? Oh, so the school is in the castle. Okay. And then there's a scary, so there's going to be a forest we got to make. But as soon as I saw all the spiky and high towers of the town, my heartbeat stabilized. I know that must sound weird, but could you recreate this, please? All right, so let's see here. So here's the town. All right, let's see. Doot. So it's got. How do we do a forest? Maybe we make this the forest like that. This could be the forest, I guess. Spiky high towers of the town. Spiky high towers. So like this. I think that's what he's saying. Spiky high towers of the town. Or I'm sorry. Of my heartbeat stable. Let's see. Maybe this is to be the forest? No. Alright, what are we missing here? Let's see this. We lived very far away, so do we make this the forest, I wonder? The walkers, but as soon as I saw all the spiky and high towers of the town. So maybe we gotta make these like this. There we go. Got it. Crazy. It's like looking back at my childhood. You know, it may have seemed like I didn't like the life back then, but I miss those days of innocence, ignorance, and rebellion. You're one of these cool kids, right? So here, you have a coin, and thank you very much. Thank you, Lane. Sweet. All right, so let's go back to world map. I'm going to go to this one here. Strength is born of calmness. I like that. Strength is born of, that's a good quote. All right, let's generate the town here. This one doesn't really give me much tips though. So calmness. So maybe there's lots of trees, I'm thinking. Can we do anything with these flowers? Maybe we make these all trees. I'm gonna try not to use any hints, right? Maybe we just make everything trees. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So she likes her trees. All right. You know, when I was younger, I always had to take part in everything. Everything was... Oh, this is Tara. Okay. Everything was important to me, and every day I was afraid of missing out on something. But then at some point on a journey, I just let go of everything and my mind was free. So free that I could see what was really important to me. May this also help you on your journey. All right, let's go back here. All right, in Townframe, you can solve a variety of puzzles. However, the order in which you do them is often up to you. So that's good. You can do them like, you don't have to do them in like a set order. You can do it any order that you want. All right, let's see. If you get stuck on a puzzle, you can always try another one. Tutorial tomatoes. So are these all the tutorial levels? I don't know if these are still the tutorial though. All right, we got Hugo. Oh, hello. You are really here. How interesting. The rumors seem to be true. Well, let's see if a machine can do the work. Let's see if a human can do the work of a machine. Is this like Morse code? All right, let's generate this here. Got the town. Can do the work of a machine. So let's try I'm gonna try making these all trees. Yeah, I think I like the select wheel a little bit better. All right, let's make some of these houses, I guess. Let's see here. I'm gonna go. Is that like an octagon? Not like an octagon. What is that? What shape is that? I don't even know. We might have to use a hint because I don't really know. Wonder if this is like Morse code 001. Or maybe it's saying these. Oh, maybe it's saying these two have to be the same. These three got to be the same. Maybe that's what it means. Okay. Let's try that, right? So let's do, I don't know. Let's do small house, small house. Let's do medium size with a triangle roof, medium with a triangle roof, medium with a triangle roof. Oh, I gotta match out the windows too. Okay. And then this one's gonna be different. So let's make this back to the first one, which is 1 and flat roof. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not going to work. Let's see if a human can do the work of a machine. So it's not, because there's 8 across here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is right. Okay. Right? That is 8, right? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so these two the same. We'll do these 3 the same. 0, which is the same as these. 1 and 1. Okay, so we got to do mid-level triangle roof. Mid-level triangle roof. Wait, is the... Oh, I gotta match out the... Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I gotta match out the windows and the door. There we go. So that's that one. If you ever need a hint for, yeah, I don't want to use a hint. I'm just gonna match out the windows and the doors. One more. There we go. Sometimes you gotta click it a couple times. Oh wait, this is still different because see the windows are in the middle. This is to the right. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. This one's more like a face. I gotta try and match that one. Okay, so that's good. In the middle, and it's like a window door. Okay, so I gotta fix these. These gotta be more like the face. I don't know. Doesn't it look like a face? I think it looks like a face. It's not. There we go. Okay. You just gotta keep kind of clicking through it, right? So maybe I probably could have done a better one, but that's okay. All right, so that's okay. So these are the same. Oh wait, no, it's not. So I gotta redo this. Oh shoot, that's the wrong one. Single story. I'm gonna say like a face. It's kind of like eyes and a mouth, right? Looking to the left. Eyes. Okay, window, door, window, door, window. I think that's a door. That's good. That's good. Okay, so those all match, but the thing hasn't moved. So I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but we'll figure it out. All right, so these 0, 0. Okay. I'm just going to get the basics in here first. 1, which is the medium height triangle. 0, so that's flat roof. This is a 1, so let's do medium. And we're going to have to fix with the placement for the things too, but so 0, which is small flat roof, small that roof, small that roof. 1, which is medium triangle roof. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this here. Okay, so these are all good. Good. Okay. All right, that one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, so that's not... All right, that didn't do it. So if... We gotta figure out what the 0s and the 1s mean. So these are the same. These are the same. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So the pattern, what could the pattern be? What could this puzzle be? I don't want to. I'm going to try and not use the hints here. Maybe it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's got to be trees? Maybe the 0 is a tree and a 1 is a house. Let's try that. So tree. Maybe that's what we got to do. Tree. 1, 1, 1, 0. So actually, let's do it this way. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so the zeros are the trees, the ones has got to be a house. I think that's what they're saying. Okay, that makes sense. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. There it is. Okay, we solved it. We solved it, guys. So the zeros were trees, the ones are houses. That's pretty good. Okay, that took me a minute. All right, great. As expected. Wondering what you put into the system? Well, that must remain a secret. This gift shall be yours. Thank you, Hugo. All right, good stuff. Getting a little tricky here. Tricky. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to this one. What's 2 again? Discover hidden things. Okay. So we got Magna. My brother told me that when we were young, we lived in a very small farmhouse. And every time I played among the field, my brother was outside watching our sheep. Dolly, who was always hiding among the trees on the east side of our farm. So we got to make some trees to the right. Could you look after our house and Dolly? Okay, let's generate here. The trees on the east side of our farm. Okay, so these are going to be trees, I think. Some puzzles require special tools to get close to the solution. Okay. Let's see here. We lived in a very small farmhouse. So let's maybe make the farmhouse over here. Maybe make it a triangle roof. Let's maybe make these some trees. I'm going to make these some trees. Maybe we're going to make the farmhouse over here. Make this a tree. Are you telling me I need to buy something, or I don't know if it's telling me I got to buy something or not. And every time I played among the field, my brother was outside watching our sheep, Dolly, who was always hiding among the trees on the east side. East side is over here to the right. Hiding. Oh, hiding. Yeah, okay, so we do need the tool here. Tool discover hidden thing. Let's buy that. Okay, cool. That's why it's highlighted. I see what they're saying me. Okay. You got to think here. Big brain moves. Big brain moves. All right, inspector mode. Inspect secret. Mouse hover over cancel. Mouse hover over cancel mode. Right mouse button. Okay. So right to cancel. Got it. Okay. Oh, look at that. Got the secret. Oh, you found a sheep. Me. Nice. There we go. Any other secrets? Oh, this is cool. I like this. All right. Is there something else I need to find? I don't know. I feel like Inspector Gadget. Na-na-na-na-na, Inspector Gadget. Woo! All right, so we got the sheep. And let's see here. So what else are we missing on this puzzle? So we got... My brother told me that when we were young, we lived in a very small farmhouse. And every time I played among the field, my brother was outside watching our sheep, who was always hiding among the trees on the east side. So we got the trees, we got the sheep. Could you look after our house and Dolly? Maybe I have to change this to one of the other houses. A small farmhouse. So maybe we got to do this one. Nope, that didn't do anything. What are we missing here? I don't see anything else that we need to inspect. Not seeing anything on the inspect here. So what about if we, let's see here. What can we do? Let's see. What if we, should we make some of these? Maybe let's make some of these houses. Let's make some small houses here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we just had to make some houses. Oh, thank you. My brother will be annoyed when I tell him that Dolly is still making fun of him. Here, this is for you. All right. Thank you, Magna. All right, let's go back to the world map here. So we've done these so far. We did this one. We did that one. Let's do this one here. All right, we got Moon here. Let's see. Oh, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with a little architectural problem. Right now, the buildings in my hometown are still held up by glue. My vision is that the buildings can stabilize each other, but not stick directly into each other. That way they can hold themselves and I can remove the glue at the end and everything remains stable. What? I'm a little confused here. The construction should also be able to do without trees. Sounds cool? Then get to work. Alright, so I don't think there's going to be any trees. I think it's saying there's no trees in this one. Alright, let's see here. So let's make this, I don't know, a flat roof. Let's do a 3-story flat roof. Alright, so how do we do this here? Let's see. Still held up by my vision is that the buildings can stabilize each other stabilize each other but not stick directly into each other. Okay, so I think it's saying we got to make these like wait, which one was this? 2? Maybe this has to be a flat roof. This has to be like that, maybe. Make that like that. Maybe like that? Does that make sense? I don't know. I kind of like, I generally understand. I think I have an idea on what it's asking for. I just don't know what it means. Let's see. Can stabilize each other but not stick directly into each other. Any hidden objects? Maybe there's a hidden object. Okay, so there's no hidden object here. So what if we, let's see. I think it's got to be like more like this, maybe. I don't know. Trying to figure out, what do you guys think here on this one? Maybe they got to be all the same height. Let's try like a double decker here. 333 flat roof. I don't know, man. Let's do, see, I don't know. But then this guy can't be. This guy's got to be small. What if we make this a triple? But not stick directly into each other. That way they can hold themselves, and I can remove the glue at the end of... The construction should also be able to do without trees. Okay. So I think we just got to find the right median of these houses. What if we do like one? Maybe two, like that? I don't know if it means like that or not. Should I do a hint? What do you guys think? Should I do a hint? I didn't look at the, I didn't look at the achievements, but I wonder if there's one that's like, oh, there's only one achievement. There's only one achievement, beat the game. Okay, so it doesn't really matter if we use a hint or not. All right, let's use a hint. Tomato. All right. Attention, you are about to lose one of the hint tomatoes. The number of unlockable hints increases automatically after 3 solved puzzles. If you have used a hint in one of the puzzles, you can look at it as often as you like in this puzzle. Close this window and press the tomato hint again. What is that? What? Is that the roof? Okay, so we gotta have the triangle roof touching each other. That sounds really bad. Triangle roof, so that's like this one, right? This down here. I think that's like this one it's talking about down here to the left. Oh, I get what it's, okay. I get what it's, like that, okay. All right, I understand this now. I got it. Okay, that makes sense. So it's going to be it's the triangle ones, essentially, is what it's saying. That have to touch each other. That didn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying. Triangle, triangle. Yes, it's a double. Is this a triple? No? Okay. Almost. What if we make this a triple? No, that didn't work. What if we make this a single? No, that doesn't work. Double? Those two touch, this one doesn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. So it's the roof have to touch each other. Okay, that makes sense. I got it. So we just go, we gotta do like that. And then let's do a double here. There we go, got it. That one was kind of tough. I would have not figured that out. Wow, it really worked. I mean, it was clear that my idea was a good one. Haha, thanks for that anyway. I'm going to name this town the Playful 3. Your little help deserves to be rewarded, of course. I got double coinage. Yeah, buddy. Double coinage. All right, let's go back here. Okay, let's see. Let's go with yin and yang here. We got Harvey. Oh, what a great coincidence. You seem to me to be someone with a good heart. Could you bring some order back to my hometown? My town used to be famous for its harmonious contrasts. Oh, excuse me. One side of the town was always the opposite of the other. Okay, so I think that would mean we would do like one town, one side, like a certain style, height and style of the roof, different than the right. One side of the town was always the opposite of the other. Even the buildings in the stone circles were always the opposite of their surroundings. I would love to see this again before I leave. Tricky. Alright, let's see here. So the buildings in the stone circles were always the opposites of their surrounding. Okay, so let's start with these. So let's do a single story triangle roof, right? So we got to make these flat. Or not flat, but I think we got to make it. I'm going to actually just make these all the same for a second. One side was always the opposite of the other. So what if we do doubles here, and these are all single stories. Double flat, double flat, double flat, double flat. And we're going to make single, flat, single, flat. Let's see here. What could we do on this one? What do you guys think? Give me one sec, guys. Someone just sent me a message. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know. This one's confusing me. Let's see here. Could you bring? My town used to be famous for its contrasts. So what if we? One side of town was always the opposite. Even the buildings in the stone circles were always the opposites of their surroundings. The opposites of their surroundings. Oh, I think it means like, okay, so maybe this has to be a double with the triangle roof. Because the opposite of its surroundings, so if it's a double with... No. If it's a double... Even the buildings of the stone were always the opposites of their surroundings. So what if we do... a single triangle roof? No. What if we do... a double triangle roof. No, that didn't work. What do you guys think? You guys have any ideas on this one? I don't really know what we should do on this. What if we, let's see. One side of the town was always the opposite of the other. Even the buildings in the stone circles, which are these, were always the opposites of their surroundings. The opposite of their surroundings. Maybe I gotta make the windows the same. Flat roof. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Maybe we gotta do, or maybe it's just saying the placement of like the windows is different, is the opposite. Maybe that's what it means, and not necessarily the roof. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna do a flat roof. Right aligned windows, right aligned, right aligned, right aligned. So what if we want this like the left aligned? The opposite, which would put us to the left side. I don't even know if there is a left aligned. So maybe it's not the placement of the windows and doors. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. What could it be? What could it be? Give me one second. I'm actually going to throw the light on here so it's easier to see. It's actually getting kind of dark. Oh, I was muted. Sorry about that. I didn't know I was muted. Okay. My bad. Hopefully I wasn't muted too long. We good now? We good. Okay. So you probably didn't hear anything I was saying. Okay, so basically this last one, I was saying I like this because you can change the... You can't see the boat now. Oh, there's the boat. You can change the direction of the boat with the wind. So that's kind of cool. Dang, I didn't know I was muted. That's frustrating. Alright, I had an exciting life as a child, so we got Zoe here. I had an exciting life as a child because I ran across the roofs of our town. Okay, so that means they're probably the flat roof. I always started on the east side, so that's the right side. So over here, right side. I always started on the east side on a horizontal roof, and if you looked straight ahead to the west, over here, all the houses had the same height to me. Okay. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after every 2 walkable roofs. Only in the middle of our town there was no house. That was always a risky jump for me. Can you recreate this? Okay, so we got like trees in the middle. I think she's saying we got trees. The middle of town, there was no house. Middle of the town. So one of these are going to be tree. I'm going to just do the now. Double decker, double decker, double decker. I'm just going to do these all the same for sake of ease. Okay. Let's see. I always start on the east side over here on a horizontal roof. And if you look straight ahead to the west, which is towards this direction, all the houses had the same height. Okay, so they're all the same height. Let's make this a double. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after every 2 walkable roofs. Every 2 walkable. So walkable. So this is going to be a spiky, I think. So walkable, spiky. Walkable. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, so this is... Okay, so that's the one that's... Okay. So walkable, spiky. Walkable, spiky. Walkable. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here. Started on the east side on a horizontal roof, and if you look straight ahead to the west, all the houses had the same height. So maybe we gotta make them bigger. Let's make them bigger. Okay, so maybe we gotta do triple decker flat roof. Triple decker flat roof. Triple decker spike. Triple decker flat. Triple decker flat. Triple decker spiked. Flat. No? Okay, I don't think that's right. So, let's see. And if you look straight ahead to the west, all the houses had the same height to me. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after every 2 walkable roofs. So, walkable, spiked. Walkable, walkable, spiked, walkable, walkable. Only in the middle of the town there was no house, which is here. That was always a risky jump for me. Can you recreate that? So I got to figure out the roof situation here. So let's see. On the east side on a horizontal roof, and if you looked straight to the west, all of them had the same height. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. I jumped over the spike roofs that came after every 2 walkable roofs. So maybe it's walkable, walkable, walkable. And then spike. And then this is maybe a spike. Oops. And then walkable, walkable, spike, walkable. No, that didn't do it. Started on a horizontal, and if you look straight ahead, I jumped over the spike that came after every 2 walkable roofs. So, oh, I screwed this up. Walkable, walkable. Let me go back here. Spiky. Walkable, walkable, spiky. This is a walkable triple. All right, let's see here. Ooh, sorry about that. All right. I always start on the east side on a horizontal roof, and if you look straight ahead, all of them had the same height. So they're all the same height. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. I jumped over the spiked roof. I jumped over the spiked roofs. This line's throwing me off here. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after every 2 walkable roofs, right? So if it's walkable, walkable, spiked. Walkable, walkable, spiked. Walkable, walkable. Unless it's saying, unless one of these doesn't count. Maybe this is a tree? No, it doesn't. That's not right. What could it be here? What do you think? You guys have any ideas on this one? I don't really want to use a hint if I don't have to use a hint. Fun's stumping me though. What could it be asking for here? And if you look straight ahead to the west, all the houses at the same height, okay? Only in the middle of the town there was no house, which is here. That was always a risky jump. A risky jump. So this has to be, well, so that means she'd be able to stand here. Would this have to, or would this have to be spiky? Maybe this has to be spiky. And then this is not. Oops. So walkable, walkable, spiky. Walkable, walkable, oops. Walkable, spiky, walkable, walkable. I'm stumped on this one, man. Huh. Should we use a hint? We might have to use a hint on this one. Oh, wait, is there anything? Oh, look at that. There's a hint. Okay. There's a little secret. Sneaky little secret. Sneaky. All right. So, what does that mean? Something equals a flat top roof. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that symbol mean? Like a round? Is there like a round? No, it's not a round roof, so I don't know. What is that? What could that mean? What is that? What could that mean? I don't know what that. Is it a height? Is that something like a height difference? I don't know. On the east side, all the houses had the same height. We don't know. We don't even know if this is the right height. Maybe it's a different height. I jumped over the spikers that came after every 2 walkable houses. All right, we might have to use. I might have to use a hint here. Yeah, I'm gonna use a hint. I don't. This is confusing me. It just tells me the direction: north, east, southwest. And it tells me this is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a waste. That just tells me the directions. Ugh. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. All right, let's see. I'm running out of... What does info do? Oh. I'm running out of ideas on this one. All right. I ran across the roofs of our town. I always start on the east side on a horizontal roof. So we know the first one is horizontal, which puts us here, right? This is a horizontal roof. And if you looked straight ahead to the west, which is towards the left side, all the houses had the same height. Okay, so they're all the same height. So maybe it's the wrong height. Maybe we got to do a different height. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after. I jumped over the spiked roofs that came after every 2 walkable. So that's like walkable, walkable, spiked. Walkable. Walkable, walkable, spiked. Walkable, walkable, spiked. Walkable. So maybe we got to do a different, maybe we got to do 2. So 2 with the flat roof. 2 with the flat roof. 2 with a triangle. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's the height thing. Okay. I bet you that's what it is. So 2 with a flat. 2 with a triangle. 2 with a flat. 2 flat. No? Oh, that's not it. Oh, man. I thought that was it. They all had the same height. I jumped over the spiked. They came over every 2 walkable roofs. Every 2 walkable. Spike. This one is throwing me off here. Only in the middle of the town, there was no house. That was always a risk. So we know that's a tree. So what about... What if we try a single story? So single story flat roof. Single story flat roof. Single story triangle. Single story flat roof. Single story flat roof. Single story triangle. Single story flat roof. Single story flat roof. No! Oh my goodness, that's not it. Oh, what's the issue? I don't want to use another hint though. Huh. I don't know, man. I'm running out of ideas. What do you guys think? I think we should probably use another hint, huh? Alright, let's use another hint. I hate to use another hint, but... Oh, I guess there's only one hint. We might actually have to come back to this one. This one's kind of confusing me. I don't know what this means either. What could this mean? Something equals a flat roof. Maybe the height doesn't matter as long as they're all the same. Maybe that's why. All right, let's do this. Flat roof. Flat roof. All right, let's do a different. I'm going to go to a different one here. This one's kind of confusing me. Let's do this one, the clouds. I don't know, that one was tricky. Greetings, young Townframer. I have a very important job for you to do. I need to know if my old friend is still all right. My old friend is all right. His name is Freddy. He usually hides between the trees and only comes out on rainy days. Could you go check on him? His name is. He usually hides between the trees and only comes out on rainy days. So I wonder if these are all trees. Maybe. I want to make these all trees. Sounds like everything's gonna be a tree. What, oh, I gotta do this. So I'm not seeing anything on this one that would be... Oh, he only comes out on rainy... I see, now I gotta use this. Okay. Where are you at, Freddy? Oh, maybe we gotta pause it or something. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Where are you at, Freddy? I bet he's gonna show up in the middle, probably in the middle somewhere. Swear I just saw him. He usually hides between the trees and only comes out on rainy days. Between the trees. All right, so what about... I'm not seeing... Are you guys seeing him? I don't see him. Between the trees. Nope. So maybe between... Maybe it's like the middle. I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing this guy. Oh, here we go. You found a frog, ribbit. All right, got it. There we go. Phew, he's still alive. That's great. I was worried that he had to put himself in unnecessary danger again. Back then I had to save him and lost an eye. Well, one eye for one life. Haha, I think that is a good exchange. Anyway, thank you for your help. This is for you. Thanks, Sam. Ooh, 3 coins. Heck yeah. Yes, I take. Yes, please. All right, let's go back to... I want to go back to the menu for a second. How do I get back to the menu? No, that doesn't do it. I don't know. I don't know if I can go back to the menu or not. Alright guys, that is where we're going to be calling it for the preview for Townframe. This game was published on the marketplace on October 8th, 2024 by Norimo, who is the developer and publisher. Norimo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Fun, definitely fun, relaxing puzzle game. Definitely interesting. I definitely got stumped on a couple of them where I had to use the hints. Definitely a fun game, as I mentioned. It is on the Steam Marketplace currently for $6.99. Came out recently on October 8th, 2024. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Definitely a lot of fun. Definitely enjoyed it. And good if you guys like kind of cozy, relaxing puzzle games. Would definitely be up your alley. Excuse me. All right, guys. But yeah, guys, my name is HomieDrew. Can be found at twitch.tv/HomieDrew. Also on YouTube as HomieDrew. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe out there and have a good one. This is HomieDrew signing off, and I will catch you later. Until next time, peace.